10, 15 years ago, a lot of Israelis were not so ardent Zionists. That they've become more ardent. I was brainwashed as a youngster. I was a Zionist. I was proud of Israel. I had to, educate myself. I realized I can't be a Zionist. No way. And such an injustice, such a cruelty, such extortion. It breaks my heart.
Part of my family, they came from the south of the Ukraine, but the shit they nowadays as a battalion, the descendants, corporate media that praise like the world forgot the actions of the evil that was made. Ukraine had pogroms, hundreds of thousands Jews were murdered. Step up and Darrow was the name. If the orders work with Nazis and now Biden works for Nazis, it's the same old fucking party. On the other side of family, I'm descended from both masters and the slaves that were worked into their graves with sugar cane. Our history so bloody, it just wrenches up my tummy. Fuck that money, yo, we need a better way, and we will get to that one day. It's a global Inty-Fada, we're gonna push it on much farther. We'll resist the enemy from the land into the sea, but they were all gonna be free. With the working class uprising as the temperatures are rising, organizing our global Inty-Fada. Now let's take a look at Germany, where 6 million plus were killed. Millions more whose blood was spilled. When they started with the communists, then they went down through the list that they had built. You had the gypsies and the gays, had the old, you had the sick. Gotta understand the plan, it seems like super villain evil. It's not magic, it's for markets and supply, Mr. Man. They saw the economic crisis, mad inflation, prices rising. Nazis serve capitalism and the death camp fucking prisons where their fucking terrorism reign with science and precision. Mapped it all out to their vision, executed by decision that industrialized the base of their economy with slaves. Nazism's just a form of capitalism. It's a global Inty-Fada, we're gonna push it on much farther. We'll resist the enemy from the land into the sea, but they were all gonna be free. With the working class uprising as the temperatures are rising, organizing our global Inty-Fada. I'm a product of my mother and my father, and I'm learning history. I'm not a fan of genocide, I ain't got no Jewish pride. I was born into a son before the struggle, I'm a ride. Anti-Zionist forever, I endeavor in poetics, build progressive politics, cause communism is much better. I don't believe them cause they said it, and I saw the videos of Israeli terrorism, murdering unarmed civilians, saw the real hellish children, and guess what, they were Palestinian. And I forced myself to see, cause now I know I can't unsee it. What these Nazi Israeli monsters do to other human beings. I'd rather expose the criminals that run this bloody fucking world, where they strip our liberties, but we will fight them to the end, and one day Gaza will be free. All it takes is organizing unity. Soon as Zionists invaded, families were separated, human beings all degraded. It's a genocidal mania. Zionism is fascism and it must be eradicated. That's the realest fucking statement, and motherfucker, I'm part Jew, so you can't call me anti-Semitic. That's the facts, I'll go deal with it. Music's for the working people, for the refugees that are fleeing all the evil. I don't care if you go to temple, to a mosque or a cathedral, but if you support the genocide and other people, best believe them, they will see you. It's a global Inty-Fada, we're gonna push it on much farther. We'll resist the enemy from the land into the sea, but they were all gonna be free. With the working class uprising as the temperatures are rising, organizing our global Inty-Fada.
Genocide that is happening in Palestine is totally not acceptable, because it's against the humankind. Principal founders and supporters, the US imperialism that is laying its full support on the back of the Zionists. We must unite as the working class of the world to firstly support the people of Palestine, but not only on theory, but in practice.
I feel that a lot, honest. I did the Flava, so survival. I was something that's negative. Oh, that's the word for recover. The horrible. The whole so the time. I love this circle. I love you all day. Yummy, small, I'll be called, you know, the turn. Up to my heart. I'm not being circumstantial. I'm not being on day. You mean small, I'll be called, you know, the thing. I'm the
The organisers had predicted 150,000 might attend. In reality, it seemed even more. London's Piccadilly filled with people as far as the eye could see, a march literally more than a mile long.
Textbook case of genocide. Israel's been explicit about what it's carrying out in Gaza. Why isn't the world listening? That's the headline of a new piece in Jewish Current. He's an Israeli historian, associate professor of Holocaust and genocide studies at Stockton University.
That indeed what we're seeing now in Gaza is a case of genocide, intent to destroy a group as defined as racial, ethnic, religious, or national. As such, that is collectively, not just individuals. And this intent, as we just heard, is on full display by Israeli politicians and army officers. Since 7th of October, we heard Israel's president. It's well known what Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said on 9th of October, declaring a complete siege on Gaza, cutting off water, food, fuel, stating that we're fighting human animals and we will react accordingly. He also said that we will eliminate everything. We know that Israeli army spokesperson Daniel Hagari, for example, acknowledged wanton destruction and said explicitly the emphasis is on damage and not on accuracy. So we're seeing this special intent on full display. And really, so when we look at the actions taken, the dropping of thousands and thousands of bombs in a couple of days, including phosphorus bombs, as we heard, on one of the most densely populated areas around the world, together with these proclamations of intent, this indeed constitutes genocidal killing. And Israel, I must say, is also perpetrating act number 2 and 3, that is causing serious bodily or mental harm and creating conditions designed to bring about the destruction of the group by cutting off water, food, supply of energy, bombing hospitals, ordering the fast evictions of hospitals, which the World Health Organization has declared to be, quote, a death sentence. So we're seeing the combination of genocidal acts with special intent. This is indeed a textbook case of genocide.